Welcome back in to the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Safe T Systems. I mentioned the heat earlier in the show. Here's a way to take your mind off of it. Call VFL JJ Surlis and have Safe T Systems install a world-class entertainment system on your deck or patio. World-class sound, world-class picture. You'll forget all about the temperatures when you're sitting there enjoying a Safe T Systems entertainment system in your patio, deck, gazebo, however you want to do it. They could do it all, plus security systems. Safe T Systems. Okay, let's talk a little softball and baseball. The Lady Vols softball team will play North Carolina in the NCAA regional final starting in just a few minutes. If the Lady Vols win the first one, they're on to the Super Regional. If they lose the first game, they still get a second game to play. So they got 2 to win 1 today against North Carolina. They are looking to get to the College World Series. That's the goal for them, obviously. So you'd have to go 1 win today, win 2 out of 3 in your Super Regional, so 3 wins and they're in the College World Series. Right? Baseball, meanwhile, they won 2 out of 3 from Ole Miss this past weekend. Just missed a sweep that would have really put all things to bed. There's still talk out there. They're ranked number 23. Their RPIs, or whatever you want to call it, their computer ranking is high. I don't see how you don't make a 64-team field if you're ranked number 23, but there's still people that say, well, they still better win one at Hoover. Okay, their goal is to make an NCAA tournament bid. They have to play, Auburn. Tennessee's a 9 seed, Auburn's the 8 seed. That'll be Tuesday at 5:30. I think Auburn swept Tennessee when they played them earlier this year. Which of these teams, if either or both, hit their goals? College World Series for Lady Vols, NCAA tournament for the baseball Vols. You get 1 that hits their target, 2 hit the target, neither hit the target.
I think Tennessee baseball, I think they're in. I don't think there's any doubt they're in. I'm surprised people are questioning it because when they entered the Ole Miss series against 15th ranked team in the country, their strength of schedule was 1 or 2 and their RPI was 10. I don't know how you leave that team out. I don't think the softball team is going to make it because they're going to have to probably go to Florida, and then they got to win 2 out of 3 at Florida, which has a great pitcher in Kelly Barnhill. So I'm going to say baseball, yes, softball, no.
I'm with Jimmy. Baseball, yes. Softball, no. Baseball, I agree with you. I think they're in. Softball, it's a tough road. The Supers are just different. Yeah. It's tough. That's when especially when you're going on the road, you're playing a national seed. That's a rough way. Way to go.
We're also talking about where the programs are. So let's be fair. We're talking about the World Series versus just making the field.
Correct.
So we're not trying to equate the two. We're just looking at the team's goals for the year. Who do you think makes it?
Let's go with both of them.
You're always so positive.
I know. Mouthpiece.
Let's
go with both of them.
Okay. Mike?
I think baseball's in the 64-team field. The Lady Vols, even though this hadn't been a great year by Florida standards, I just think in the Super Regional I'd go into Gainesville and win it twice. I don't think this is an Oklahoma City team.
The weeklies, this sounds like I'm trying to crank up the heat, and I'm not. My answer would be that people should be happy with what they've built here. Because that sport isn't the end-all, be-all, there's no knock on the sport, but you can look at attendance, compare it to football, and you know what drives the boat over there. Because it's a little off the beaten path, do you think that their continued excellence without winning a national title, they get a pass for that somebody wouldn't? You know, until Fulmer won it in '98, it was like, well, I can't win the big one. You don't hear that with them. Do you think that that's fair? Not fair to other schools? It's that sport.
I don't think it would be fair to say they can't win the big. I mean, they basically built this. I mean, they not only built the team, they built the new digs where the
stadium
where they play. Yeah. So no, I don't think that's fair at all.
Okay, everybody agree with that they shouldn't take heat because they
should
can't
not
win
take
a national championship.
What they have been able to do. Yeah, they've been to the College World Series a number of times. They haven't been able to get over the hump, but they're always in contention.
Yep.
And so I think they've done a wonderful job, and they should not take any heat.
Before them and Monica Abbott, nobody knew there was a softball program over there for the most part. I mean, they've turned it into something where people actually go and watch.
They played it literally a public softball field.
Yeah.
I mean,
over Tyson.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's talk about baseball and the job that Tony Vitello has done. That has been a surprise, and we've talked about it off air this year, and the fact that, you look at Jeremy Pruitt, boy, what a tough league to try and rebuild in. It's even tougher in baseball. I mean, good grief. We're talking about a team that's ranked number 23 in the country, that's the 9 seed in their conference tournament, and barely got in the conference tournament. So you're just in the last, 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, they locked in the conference tournament. The job he has done, I'll be honest, I thought Dave Serrano was the right hire the last time. I thought it made sense. I thought it was good. It didn't work out. So I didn't dislike the Vitello hire. I just looked at it and thought, boy, if Serrano can't get it done, I don't know that anybody could get it done. Vitello's getting it done. What are your thoughts on the job he's done in 2 years?
I think he's done a great job of instilling some confidence in the players. He also did a great job hiring Frank Anderson as his pitching coach. He's turned that thing around. Now, I know the starters have had some struggles in the last 3 series they played, but the pitching for the year has been really good. And I just think they have a belief now when they go to play now, John, I don't think they hope to win. I think they now believe they can win.
John Curry made a couple of hires here. Tony Vitello was a good hire, and promoting Chris Woodruff to men's tennis has re-energized that program. So a couple of good John Curry hires, and Tony Vitello one of them.
I think it would be, I'm trying to think if, I guess baseball had already, by the time the weeklies had already worked their magic, Delmonico and baseball were already on the downtrend, or was Delmonico already out of here at that point? Would have been toward the end of his run when they
he
went
was still
things
here.
around.
The weeklies were.
When the Monica Abbott year was what kind of turned everything around.
She was about 2007, I think, was her senior year, maybe, and 7 or 8, and that's when that was Delmonico's last year, 07.
That's about the last time Tennessee's been in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, so you haven't been
baseball.
good in both sports in the spring, maybe ever. So it would be good to see if that continues moving forward. Thanks to these guys. Thanks to you. Thanks to our sponsors. See you next week.